Truthfully, this is not the video at all that I had planned for today, but I got this really kind of strong urge that came over me to talk about this. I feel like it needs to be said, and there's not a lot of people talking about it, so I am just going to make a video about it. Okay, I'm just here today to tell you guys my truth, and my truth is my experience, and that might be different from someone else's truth, might be different from someone else's experience. We all have our own acne journeys, and I just want to share what has happened in mine. Welcome back. My name is Callie, otherwise known as my face story on Instagram, and today I want to talk to you guys about my acne dieting experience, my acne dieting truth. This video also qualifies for a giveaway that will be at the end of the video, so if you are interested in that, just keep clicking. So let's start with what acne dieting exactly is, how I got started on it, and why I stopped. So acne dieting is basically selecting targeted food groups. Most often this will be dairy, meat, or other things like high GI foods that may contribute to acne. It's targeting these foods and cutting them out of your diet. Personally, I acne dieted for about 2.5 or 3 years, and it did start with dairy, and I thought that I saw a difference with dairy. So then after cutting out dairy, I tried cutting out gluten, cutting out meat, cutting out carbs, cutting out high GI foods, even going as far as to cut out some fruits and vegetables because they were too high in sugar or they were too starchy, or if I Googled it and there was any possibility that could break me out, I was cutting it out. Everything I was cutting out. Basically, I got down to a diet that was very mentally restrictive. I was not happy at all. I could only eat like a few vegetables and salad, and sometimes, you know, I would eat meat, usually not though. I'd feel pretty guilty if I did. And the real kicker is, like, the whole time I did that, my skin just kept getting worse and worse. It didn't get any better, it got worse. Basically, I saw on social media through influencers and through other people and through YouTube videos and through Googling that acne is linked to this food, acne is linked to this food, acne is linked to this food. And I, without doing my own research, automatically believed it. Hey, if it's true for that person and they cut it out, it has to work for me too. I just took people's statements as an overall encompassing blanket. Since they had gut problems and they changed their diet, it has to work for me too. That has to be the reason for me too. It's not true. I think I really wanted to try it because I wanted to heal my body naturally, because I thought that there was some kind of hidden shame in using products that have chemicals or using supplements that weren't natural, or even if they were, I thought that there was some kind of shame in that because people act like there is, I guess. There's not. There's nothing wrong if you need to use salicylic acid or benzoyl peroxide. If it works for you, use it. If you like natural, use that. I am a big believer in doing whatever works for you. I guess that I just really wanted the whole natural thing to work for me so bad that I just kept cutting these foods out, and I kept thinking, oh, acne is unhealthy, so if I just keep eating healthier and healthier and healthier, then my skin should get better and better and better, right? Wrong. It's because acne isn't always unhealthy. Sometimes it can be linked to, you know, certain gut problems and certain health problems, but not always. Everybody's acne is caused by a different reason. It's not all the same. That's why certain products don't work the same for everyone. Certain diets don't work the same for everyone. I guess I ultimately wanted to try it because I didn't want to go back on chemicals because I thought they were bad, and I didn't want to fail at doing the whole natural route because I thought that was what was best for my body, and anything else was just out of the question. But ultimately, I had to stop acne dieting. It was just, for me personally, and if it works for you, again, that's great, everyone's different, but for me personally, it was so restrictive that it became orthorexic. And if you guys don't know what orthorexia is, it's when you are so obsessed with eating healthy, so obsessed with tracking your food, with planning out the restaurant menu that you're going to hours or days ahead, get upset if there's nothing on the menu that is, you know, within your very restrictive range, and cutting out and cutting out and cutting out and cutting out. It's basically a very restrictive, obsessive food eating disorder. You would think that with something like eating healthy, like there's no way it could be unhealthy. But health isn't all about your physical well-being, it's about your mental health too. And I think sometimes people lose track of that. And so yeah, I did start to become a bit orthorexic, and I was very obsessed. I was losing weight like crazy. I was down to almost 110 pounds. And it was just very, very unhealthy for me, all for the sake of my skin. And the crazy, funny to me now, I guess, funny like, why was I doing that? Thing is that it wasn't even working. It wasn't even helping me. It was just physically making my skin worse and mentally making my mental state worse, because I kept thinking something's wrong with me. Why isn't this working for me? And I kept thinking, okay, I just have to cut out this. I just have to cut out this. I just have to cut out this. I cut out dairy. I cut out meat. I cut out nuts, high GI fruit, and starchy vegetables, nightshades, corn, like anything that could have possibly caused acne. I cut it out. So I stopped acne dieting. I stopped because I realized when we were on vacation, I was like, this isn't fun. Food brings me joy. I don't want to be on my deathbed and be like, I wish I would have ate that pizza. I wish I would have not missed those social events, or I wish I would have gone out with my friends, but I couldn't because I was way too concerned about alcohol, and I was way too concerned about finding anything on the menu and planning ahead. And oh guys, I mean, it's a lot. So I just realized at the end of the day, it wasn't clearing my skin. And food to me is about experience. If I go to Italy, I want to enjoy the local cuisine. I feel like that's a part of life. That's a part of my passion. And it was really making me sad not to be able to experience that fully. Yes, ultimately I ended up ditching the acne diet and going full force into food freedom, which is literally eat whatever you want, eat what your heart desires, and don't feel guilty about it, because there shouldn't be guilt or shame or any of that in food. I started with meat again, and then a little bit of cheese, and then eventually I was like, oh my god, I'm eating like regular meals. Like I can go to restaurants and find stuff to eat. That was a huge weight lifted off my shoulders. I felt like I could breathe again. I felt like I could live life again. And then now to this day, that is still what I am doing. I still choose food freedom. I'm not super restrictive anymore. I don't cut out certain acne targeted foods, because the bottom line is, for me, I don't think my acne is that closely tied to food. I think maybe if I ate like mac and cheese every day for 3 weeks, maybe, but I think that everybody's acne is from different things. Like if you have, again, a gut problem, then yeah, maybe changing your diet would work. But for someone who doesn't, changing your diet isn't going to do anything. And for someone who has a hormonal issue, changing your diet might make it worse. It just really, really all depends. And I feel like there's so many videos out there that are like, you just have to go vegan and your skin will clear. You just have to stop eating carbs and your skin will clear. And I personally don't think that's true, especially since I tried it for a long time. It wasn't just like a 2-month thing. Like it was almost 2 years that I messed around with different foods, cutting things out, adding things in. And ultimately, food freedom has been the biggest relief. And I think that really started with getting a food sensitivity test, because I wanted to know, are these foods really affecting me? Are they really affecting my body? Or am I just believing, because the mind is a powerful thing, you know, am I just believing that they're affecting me because that's what I'm reading and that's what YouTubers are telling me or people on Instagram are telling me? And so I did get a food sensitivity test, and it came back, you guys, came back that I had no intolerance to sugar. I had like 0 reaction, 0 intolerance. Like there was a huge scale, 0 to gluten, to like every single type of meat. And to alcohol, no reaction. The things I did have reactions to were things that are popular health foods right now. It was like sweet potato, yes, coconut, and tuna, which is kind of crazy. And those things I didn't really eat. I did eat some coconut sometimes, but it just goes to show that everybody is different. Everybody is so different. Different things are gonna work for different people. So this is not, again, at all to shame anyone. If you are someone who has found relief through diet, I think that is amazing. I just want to warn others out there who maybe got in the same situation or mindset that I was in previously. Do not stress yourself. Do Do not stress yourself and put yourself into this corner where you think that you can only enjoy or eat this small amount of food, especially if it's not helping your skin. Really do urge anyone who is cutting out stuff to seek out the help of a professional, whether it be a nutritionist, to make sure your diet is balanced, or to get a test to see, like get a food intolerance test and see if these foods actually are affecting you. Obviously, you can always go off the way you feel as well, but I know for me personally, I would cut out a food, my skin would be good for like 2 or 3 weeks, maybe a month, and then it would start acting up again. So then I'd cut something else out, start acting up again, cut something else out, and it was just this really vicious cycle. It took me a lot of courage to break it, because I was like, well, is this gonna break me out? I don't know, I'm already breaking out anyway, so what does it matter? But it did take a lot of courage, because I had to basically accept that that wasn't gonna work for me, that wasn't my path or my plan, and that's okay, because again, everybody is different. Everybody's different, and do your research, and don't just take, like me right now giving you advice, don't just take advice from people on Snapchat or on Instagram or YouTube because it's trendy, because your favorite influencer says so, because different things are going to work for different people. There's so many different causes of acne, and don't feel like if it doesn't work for you, that means that something's wrong with you or you're a failure or whatever you're thinking, because that is totally not true. As for the giveaway, I have here almost the entirety, yes, it's a little messy, almost the entirety of the Blemish Rescue collection. I did keep a few for myself. I'm not greedy, it's only a few. I gave some to my sisters as well, but nobody can wear all these shades. This is light to medium, medium to tan, and then dark. So I want to give this away to 3 people. The first person will get the light to medium shades, the second person will get the medium to tan, and the third person will get the dark shades. Again, this is the Blemish Rescue Foundation, and I will list the shades in the description box for each category, 1, 2, and 3 down below. So if you are interested in this foundation, all you have to do is be subscribed to me, like this video, and leave a comment down below letting me know which shade you want. I just don't want this sitting around going to waste, and I feel like somebody could really use this. This is like, again, what I'm wearing today, what I wear in most of my videos. It's one of my favorite foundations, and I think it's really great for acne. It has salicylic acid in it. It has really good coverage. That is it. That's all I got for you guys today. I just wanted to make a video on my experience and how it ultimately led me to food freedom, which has actually been the best thing for my skin, because mentally I'm not stressing out about it anymore at all. And I think that's one of my personal main triggers, is mental emotional stress. So make sure that you guys give this video a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff I'm always telling you to do. Enter the giveaway down below if you want to, and I will see you guys next time, okay? Bye guys.